Everybody, in this video today we are going to be exploring how to recreate a package design from scratch. Although technically it is not your design, but something that we're going to be taking as a reference. So in order for you to get started with this, first of all you have to look for the reference. My recommendation will be like looking through Pinterest to find like an image that you might find interesting, that you would like to replicate. However, it should be 2D because you are going to be replicating the template. So in this case, I'm going to be selecting this one. Just in case you are wondering how is it that I look for it, one of the things that I added is packaging template flat design. I saw some of the images, nothing that was really appealing, but I decided to go on this direction so it will show me similar images. And then I found this one, and I find this one that is interesting. I will just double click on it so I can download it. I will download it and say packaging reference. I'll just have it on downloads, and then I will go back to Corel Vector. In this case, I will just go here where it says insert image. I will just add packaging reference, and over there I will just get the image that I have selected. Given that I will be replicating it, in order for the image not to move, one of the first things that I'm going to do is that I'm going to lock it. So this will allow me not to be able to move the image around, which is ideal. The next thing that we're going to be doing in this particular case is that we are going to be creating the layout. Okay, if you see like all the background, in some way they all have like these like light mint color. So what we're going to be doing, I will be using the pen tool that I showed you earlier in the other video, and I will just go around, like click and drag. In this case I will just click, I will zoom in. This case I will zoom in, and then I will here click and drag so I can create the curve. I will just be very patient. Can I fix it later? Yes, I can fix it. So right now you don't have to be too picky about, oh no, the curve is not matching. It's fine. You're going to fix it later. In this case, you just carry on. In my case, remember, even though this is the shape that I chosen, the idea is that you choose a different one, your own design. Well, not necessarily your own design, but at least something that is not exactly the same, so you can like explore the tool, learn how to use it, like all the different pros that this platform has. So okay, so I just, if you see, this is the background, the outline. Right now I'm just going to eliminate the filling so I can actually see it. If you wanted to, you could like change the color of the outline so it is more visible. I'm just going to make it slightly bigger so I can see it. Then over here, I'm just going to click on the sub-select arrow, this one. Why? Because I want to kind of modify the lines. Actually, I will just make it thinner so I can see the detail. I just click on these nodes, those are called nodes, and I can just move them around from these little, let's call them ears. And then I will just fix it until it gets the shape that I need or that I want. Over here, this one, it should go a little bit towards the inside, and at the top as well. That should be fine. Over here as well. And then I go back, I will check this one. Okay, this one will also go in a little bit. At the bottom, I think we're more or less fine. There you go. Okay, now I'm pleased. I go back to the other arrow, and if you want right away, you can just select the color of the background, just like you see over here. You have the dropper, you select it, and then zoom in to select the shade that you want, which is the green. Okay, wait a second. Over here, I'll just zoom in. And in this case, I made my mistake. This is the border. I should be doing the filling. So what is it that we're going to be doing? We're just going to lower the opacity. Once again, select the color. There you go. Now I can eliminate the border. But then how do I do to continue doing the other parts of the shape? Well, in this case, we have two options. One, like we can hide it. First of all, we lock it. We can hide it so we don't see it. We have done it. We will be able to see it again once we click again on it. But right now we don't need it, so we will just put it away. Another thing, these texts, are you going to replicate them exactly as they are? Yes, hopefully you will. So over here, the first thing is that I will be having a white background. You can either try to use the dropper to select the right shade, or just because you know that this is white, you can just go here and select white right away. In this case, I will just do the same. I will hide it and just do the other shapes. How is it that I can keep a perfect circle? I click on shift. You click on shift while you are creating the circle, and you release the shift only after you have actually stopped clicking. Okay, once again, this one will also be white. We're going to, one thing that you could do is that you can give names to the shapes, so you are kind of clear what is it that they do or what is it that they're referring to, because sometimes you might have a lot of information here, and by information I mean like a lot of small pieces added there. So what I do is here main circle info from the packaging, from the product, I mean. It could be like this. Obviously, it could be shorter, whatever you like. I will just hide it. This one that says no dairy, gluten, soya, or refined sugar. Here, baby. So over here, if you recall, those ones will be, oh my god, like the benefits, right? These could be like the benefits that the product is offering. Why is it that I'm mentioning it? Because you should also know what is it that you are going to be having, and over here, benefits circle, you can just remind yourself what is it that it is there. Okay, over here, the text. How do I do this one that is in this kind of weird shape? We are going to first create a circle, just like I told you. This is with a shift, so it is actually completely circular. Then I will just eliminate this, and then with the text tool, I will just click on it, and then I will go over the circle, and if you see, it changed color, right? It is blue, now it becomes red. Over there, I will just click on it. Now the text appears in this particular shape, and I will just add the text. It says plant base perfection. If you see, obviously it's too big, so what we're going to do is just select the whole text. I just double click on it, and from here you can just shrink it a little bit until you get more or less the shape. You can also click on this small circle, well, it's not a circle, but this shape, so you can it will allow me, okay, I just moved it so it is aligned with the one in the back, and I'm going to make it smaller. Okay, something in between, so I guess perhaps 10. Okay, before we can decide on a precise number, I will just try to select something that looks similar to that particular text. It could be this one. Not exactly. Let us see. This one. Okay. If you see, there are plenty of different fonts. You just need to have a little bit of patience when you're looking for one. In this case, because you want to be able to replicate as close as possible. Yeah, I think this one works. The one that is in the back, but also like the kind of the vibe that you want to communicate. So if you see it's more or less the same, we should increase it a little bit. Okay, we can just just in case, in this case I disappear, if you notice it disappear, I can just go back here and I can just click another number. In this case I will say 10.5. There you go, it's almost there. If you don't like the circle because it's like more circular than it should be, you can just always organize it, right? And this one should also be black, so I will just add the black over here. How do you know? How can you see it? Once again, you can just go to the main circle. You see, I can go back easily to this one, and there you go. Can you see it? That looks amazing. Okay, what is actually, before we carry on, we can just add the name of the text: plant base perfection. Excellent. I will just lock it and turn it off because I don't want it to disappear. Wait a second. These two need to go together. Why? Because without the circle, the text is just going to be on its own. So I will just group them. Okay? And you can just say arc like text. Okay? And I will just lock that one and hit it. Over here, there are two options. One, you can trace it just like this, just like we did the outline of the packaging, or you can look for icons, right? So this could be one option, but I'm going to be showing you in a second how to do the other option. Give me a second. Over here, if you see, I'm using the pen tool. When I want to release it, I just click escape. Okay? What do I mean by release it? So I can create another shape. I escape. Then if you see right here, it says that pen tool is the letter P. So I can also click P, click here at the start, and then escape at the end. P at the beginning, and then escape at the end. And lastly, P again, so I can draw the line in the center. Some of you might be annoyed by the fact that that line is not exactly like hidden. Okay, then once again, you can just select the white arrow, which, if you want to know, is the letter D. If you see right here, D. So you can just move it around until you are pleased with the shape that you are supposed to have. And over here, this shape is kind of wonky. Okay, I think that looks much better. Actually, a little bit towards the inside, and then I have to fix this one. Okay, I will show you how to bring the icons in a moment, but there you go. Once again, what we can do, you see there are a bunch of shapes right here. I will go back to this and then select all of these ones, group them, so I know that this is the little the leaf, okay, leaf icon. Okay, so what am I going to do? I'm going to turn this on. And there you go. You start kind of to see the packaging taking shape. But before I do, I should say that this is the outline of the packaging. Okay, excellent. In the next video, like I said, I'm going to show you how to bring some icons. And the other thing that I would like to show you is how to get these images. You can either do them yourself, just like we did the leaf, but I will show you where to find certain like images that you may use respectfully, because obviously they are not going to be yours. Okay.